Welcome back to some more questions. We've got questions here on secure transactions, guarantors, sureties, debtors, creditors, all of those groups of individuals. Let's run through our first one and see what we got. Well, Tasso Corp sells laptop computers to the public. There's a lot of information here, as I usually do. Well, let's run to the question because I want to know what it is asking as we run through all the information. Under the Secure Transactions article of the UCC, so we're dealing with UCC here, is Tasso's security interest perfected? Yes or no, and then why? As we're reading through, Tasso sold and delivered a laptop to Kara on credit. Kara gave Tasso a PMSI in the laptop by executing and delivering to Tasso a promissory note for the purchase price and a security agreement covering the laptop. Kara purchased the laptop for personal use. Tasso did not file a financing statement. Now, under the UCC, I just say UCC instead of dealing with the whole security transactions article. Is the security interest perfected? Let's run through our answer choice. First, yes, because Tasso retained possession of the collateral. And what are our thoughts on that? Give you a second to think about that. Going once, going twice. Well, the question here states that Tasso sold and delivered the laptop to Kara, which means that we didn't retain possession of the collateral, and as such, I would say that's wrong. Additionally, retaining possession of the collateral is not relevant to the perfection of the security interest in the situation. For all of those reasons, we're going to eliminate letter A. What about letter B? Yes, because it was perfected at the time of attachment. Interesting choice. Give you a second to think about it. Going once, going twice. And, well, this one, a security interest in consumer goods is automatically perfected upon attachment. Since Kara purchased the laptop for personal use, it's considered a consumer good, and Tasso's security interest was perfected at the moment of attachment. So that sounds like a pretty solid answer there, based on what we've seen throughout the lesson. So let's leave that as a possible answer choice while going through the other ones. No, because the laptop is a consumer good. Well, the fact that the laptop's a consumer good actually is going to support the fact that the security interest is perfected at the time of attachment, because that's what happens with consumer goods. Crossing that one off. Lastly, no, because Tasso failed to file a financing statement. Well, filing a financing statement, this isn't going to be necessary for PMSI in consumer goods to be perfected, as it's going to be perfected upon attachment. Remember, we talked about all the intricacies of consumer goods, the transactions there. These are not going to be incredibly complex transactions. If anything, it's quite uniform. I mean, this is, imagine a store continually selling laptop computers to the public. This is going to be perfected at the time of attachment because it's just one after another. Now, if this was a situation where we're dealing with customized good and we're dealing with parties that don't normally transact with each other, that's where it could get more complex. But the thing is, the code here is there to protect just the normal facilitation of business. And what is the normal facilitation of business? It's consistently selling goods to the public. And if the seller was always liable for this, nonstop barrage of sales, that would kind of mess up the flow of business. So our legal system is there to help the economy keep business flowing, and that's kind of the backbone or rationale of what we see here. Moving on here, a little bit more simple. Under the Secure Transactions article of the UCC, a financing statement generally must contain what? Well, does it have to contain the date that the underlying debt will be paid? No, it's not meant to record the details of the underlying debt, just overall, so it's not going to be required to have the date of when the debt will be paid. The dollar amount of the consideration provided by the secured party. Also, again, the financing statement does not state the specific dollar amount. That's one thing we've seen. Provided by the secured party, its purpose is to put the public on notice of the secured party's interest in the collateral, not to disclose the financial details of the transaction. So we're going to eliminate that. Think about the reason for all of this. Next up, the signature of a witness to the execution of the financing statement. There's no requirement for this, no requirement for witness to sign the financing statement for it to be valid under the UCC. Lastly, the address of the debtor. Well, this is going to be correct. The financing statement must contain the debtor's name and address in order to identify them properly for the purposes of the secured transaction. Leaving us here, final answer, letter D. That's what we have. That's a bunch of good questions. Keep powering through. You got this. I believe in you. Stick with the program. Watch the lessons. We got plenty of great examples. Practice, practice. See all of our sims. Check out the flashcards. I believe in you. Have some faith. And just be happy. Remember to be happy. This is a marathon, not a sprint. You burn yourself out too early, you won't be able to do it, but you can do this. I believe in you. Hey there. Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material. We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.